You ready? You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who I am, my name is Daniel the Big O, and I'm out here with the Fluffy Poodle. That's right, Mr. Fluffy Bear and his green hair. Today, the Fluffy Poodle and I are going to be telling you guys about, this essay that I had to write for college and how important it is to me, especially since it's about that recent heart surgery that I just had. And if you guys haven't watched that video, go ahead and watch it. But until then, listen to this awesome paper. You guys ready? Here we go. Fluffy. The essay is titled Positivity, Emotions, and Motivation. Dr. Cupid came inside the cardiology room, looked at my service dog and said, "Your job just got a little bit harder." I glanced at the doctor and replied, "What do you mean?" He said, "Your ticker is not doing so good. Your heart is failing. It's beating too fast, going in and out of rhythm. You will need to have emergency heart surgery." It's like my mind immediately started racing and then went blank. I felt like I was in a different world. I knew I was in a hospital office with people, but I was struggling to hear them. I felt like my body, my mind, everything about me was gonna melt all over the floor. I snapped back into reality when Dr. Cupid touched my chest with his stethoscope. He looked at me and asked me, "Are you okay?" I replied, "Yes, I will be fine." Once I left the office and sat back down in my car, all of my emotions overwhelmed me. As I started to process my feelings about heart surgery, I learned I needed to choose to stay positive, be aware of my emotions, and stay motivated to help with this difficult event. I learned I must make the choice to stay positive while preparing for surgery and the hospital stay. 3 years ago, going to the hospital in an ambulance, I died for a full minute. When my body came back to life, I realized I need to look at this world in a positive manner, because living like this makes my life experiences so much better. I do not want to live life angry or think of the world as negative, because the next minute, hour, or day of life is not promised. I needed to think of this when I was in the car, overwhelmed by what Dr. Cupid told me. If I did not make the decision to stay positive, then my negative thoughts of worst case scenarios would enter my head. The choice to stay positive is key for me to make the whole experience of surgery calmer and easier for everyone involved. I told myself I choose how I look at this heart surgery, and I choose positivity. Next, I learned how aware I need to be of my emotions. When I sat down in my car, overwhelmed with thoughts, I realized I needed to be aware of my emotions. Feelings of nervousness attacked me because who would not be nervous of heart surgery? Thinking of death lingered while having thoughts of this procedure. It was like I was back in a war zone, willing to do whatever it takes to stay alive. Anxiety was high because normal hospital appointments are made months in advance of the procedure. Then happiness followed when I processed the success rate of heart surgery. According to the National Institute for Health and Clinical Excellence, success rates 1 year after heart surgery are about 96%. And that's from the medical news today. My feelings were all over the place. From my experience, I knew that if I did not control my thoughts, I might be depressed. I told myself, breathe in, breathe out, be aware of your emotions, cry, notice how you feel. Since that moment, I continued to acknowledge and process emotions about the surgery as they come up. Through this process, I have learned that being aware of my emotions will help me stay motivated. Being told about a major surgery taught me how important it is to stay motivated during this challenging time. Motivation helps me through some of my emotions that I need to deal with to be able to live a so-called normal life and not go through the emotions that I would go through if I did nothing. I could take a break from school, but part of my motivation is seeing heart surgery as one part of my life and not a part to wallow in. I remind myself that having a positive mental attitude will help my emotions leading up to surgery and during the recovery. I can sit in my sorrow and worry, or I can motivate myself each day to continue to live my life accomplishing my goals. Weeks later, after a successful surgery, I learned that I choose to stay positive, be aware of my emotions, and stay motivated to help with this demanding situation. I continue to reflect back on the day I was told about my heart operation, telling myself that I can and will get through challenging situations. I also remind myself that staying motivated encourages me to set goals. The combination of what I learned helped me get through heart surgery, which was successful. I continue to think like this because it does help me get through daily life. We hope you guys enjoyed that essay, and we want to give a major shout out to our professor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are, no names need to be mentioned, but seriously, thank you for everything that you've done so far and that you're going to continue to do in this world. It does make a difference, and you are making an impact on people's lives. Thank you again. And until next time, you guys know who this is. This is Daniel the Big O with the Fluffy Poodle. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like a salt shaker. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.